All right. Welcome everybody to the SG Live 2021 Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament. I'm here with my name is Eddie, and I'm here with my co-commentator Glove. How you doing, Glove?
I'm doing great. Super excited for this matchup. Galen versus Lunix. Really going to be a good one.
Absolutely. So the runners are ready up. We'll see if we can get that started soon. Yeah, super excited for this race. Honestly, going to be a great one. ilunix1006 has I believe a 4804 personal best doing KPDR. Linux is quite experienced, actually, has run both routes. I believe KPDR is what Linux will opt to go for today. And Galen, also a runner that can run KPDR and PRKD, has run a good chunk of KPDR during the qualifiers and in some races. But I'm not actually sure what Galen's gonna go for today. Maybe he'll do new route, maybe he'll do old route. Lunix has got quite a good time. But I think Galen's PB is, what is that? A 44-46. Very strong runner. But we'll see what happens today.
Yeah, absolutely. And Galen's been someone who's been around for quite a long time at this point. Definitely, I think. I'm not quite sure because it seems like Lunix is maybe a bit less public facing, but I think Galen, in terms of just years in the game, has maybe an advantage in that perspective.
Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, Galen's been around for a while. Definitely a name I heard of prior to even speedrunning this game when I started around the beginning of this year. But yeah, Galen's been around for a while. Very strong runner. Has been pushing the game for a while. And Lunix, I think, is relatively newer, but I've seen Lunix play various randomizers, speedrun other games, and Lunix is a very talented individual when it comes to just speedrunning games in general. So I think even though he's a little bit fresh, he's learning very, very quickly, and I can only expect that his PB is going to drop like a lot in the upcoming months
Yeah.
if he keeps pushing it.
Yeah. I hear Galen actually has the record for Caterpillar Room, and if you go in and type !Galen in the chat with Fun Tune, you'll see the video of it.
Okay, Glove, I didn't want to bring it up, but that's absolutely how I first heard of Galen. Yeah, everyone has their own, vices when it comes to this run, and I feel like Galen is known for that. There's one little clip where I think he spent like 20 seconds in the caterpillar room, taking a few falls, trying to get those snappy ledge grabs, but you just fail those ledge grabs and suddenly you're falling like 3 feet, and it doesn't work out for you.
Yeah. So in the race, it looked like, what was that, a 42 and a 43? Definitely not the serious times you really want to see, but
Yeah.
Ceres is an evil place. It's the purgatory you enter after every reset.
I was speaking with some very, very strong series runners, Topsy and Ruya, and I was like, because I don't have a 46 series yet, and I was saying, how do you get a 46 series, and how do you get good at series? And I was just told by everyone, don't go down that road.
Yeah.
Do not
Yeah.
go down the road.
I didn't care about the 46 series until I got a 4597. It's
I think
just,
I have a few of those.
yeah,
Um,
it just eats away at me.
I can say that I'm proud to not have that 46 series. It's like a badge I wear with honor at this point.
Yeah, it feels like something's always going to go wrong with Ceres. What a place. It's a 305 bombs touch. And I think there was like 6 or 7 there for Lunix. Really impressive given those Ceres.
Yep, absolutely. Um, oh,
And
interesting.
Galen, yeah, goes for the top down strat.
So does Galen not play with angle down? That's typically an indication that players unbind the angle down and they use it for item cancel or something.
I want to say Galen has some sort of unorthodox control scheme.
Got you. Okay.
I,
Yeah.
I forget
So
exactly what he does.
So for those of you who don't know, in that construction zone room, when they were heading down to that first missile pack,
Dash and kneel down. Okay.
yes, there are some players. Galen does have dash and R. There are some players that will, because item cancel and dash and certain items, you don't want item cancel necessarily on select. Now, what'll end up happening is, if you opt to go for something like that, you actually have to sack one of the angle buttons, and I think Galen has sacrificed the angle down button, which means you have to do a different strat in that room. So very interesting. It makes a lot of other rooms a little bit easier, but you have to forego some strats as a result of it.
We see a diversity in climb strats here. Galen goes for the less popular but quite viable ledge grab strat, whereas Lunix goes for the more common wall jump strat. It's always interesting to see. I think it's sort of like some people tend to have better ledge grabs, whereas others are more comfortable with those wall jumps.
Yes, absolutely. Have mentioned this before, but Lunix does play on the keyboard setup. And I do think that if you are playing on a keyboard, it's probably a little bit easier to do some of those wall jump strats, not risking breaking spin by pressing up or down as much. Still possible, but very unlikely.
Yeah, what was that? I think that was a 51 bombs touch for Lunix and a 53 for Galen or so.
Absolutely.
But yeah, keyboard definitely has its advantages. I tend to think that they are maybe overstated by some of the people who don't care for keyboard. And I'm a controller runner, so.
We have some people on Team Keyboard in the chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, Super Metroid can be played in a variety of ways, and this game is going to be hard no matter what. That's for sure. Luda's taking a bit of a lead here. So yeah, the interesting thing is Galen does have, I would say, a pretty significant, PB advantage on Lunix. But as I mentioned before, Lunix is actually very mechanically strong, and I think just a little bit newer to the game. Is regularly PBing if he opts to do runs. And you'll kind of see he has got a little bit more of a free-form style where he'll be pretty aggressive with his ledge grabs. His mechanics are very strong overall. But we'll see if that's enough to take out the old guard Galen.
I'm a little bit worried here about Lunix's plan. He damaged through those pirates, meaning that he is not guaranteed a missile drop, and he's sitting at 4 right now.
It's true. So hopefully these bugs play well. He's going to have to get at least one missile drop from these bugs. Otherwise, there is a chance he could farm all 4 bugs and you'll have to reset the room or something.
Yeah, I've seen it happen before.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yep. And on that note, it does seem pretty clear at this point that because Galen did not damage boost through the pirates, well, I mean, you can't say that for sure, but it does seem likely that Galen is going to opt to do new route and Lunix will be going for that old route strategy.
Yeah, I feel confident. I would bet money on Lunix doing old route. Some players will missile the pirates, even in old route, either just because they run a lot of different things and they just want to have one strat, or it's just what they feel cozier with. But generally, yeah, you will. If you are missing the pirates, it's a good indicator you're going up red tower.
Absolutely. So yeah, we'll just shortly in a bit we'll get that absolute confirmation when we hit that red tower. But now we're on the way to a charge beam, just finishing up those last few necessary items to complete the game.
Yeah. Interesting strat there in Decor Room. Galen actually goes for the mock ball and then unmorphs quite early. It's interesting. Okay. There are a couple different ways to traverse that.
Yes. That is quite interesting.
Ooh, up and 2. It's frame perfect.
Yes. How much time is this? It's like a second or 2 seconds or something, like a second, I think.
Yeah, it's
actually a little bit more significant than I thought it was.
Yeah, for being a single jump input, it's one of the nicer time saves that you can sometimes incidentally get.
They were pretty neck and neck at that point, but Galen did manage to get that bug boost. Lunix just barely misses it and I think hits the ledge. So a little bit of lead. Oh, has to farm that cactus, but that's okay. And
yeah.
Yep. Galen heading up that red tower, so we will be seeing some variation of new route here. I think he missed that hero shot. Yeah, he's gonna have to break that. Oh, let's see. Did he get it back on the way down? Yeah, okay, he's gonna have to go up there again. Yeah, Red Tower is you miss that first strategy, and then suddenly those rippers are on like random places. Pretty much the best strat is to just go back up there and just break it, and then fall back down and then break it at that point. So you really want to get it right on the first try, but didn't lose too much time there.
Yeah, and something I think we've seen sort of through even just the first 9 minutes of these race, comparing a more seasoned runner like Galen to Lunix, um, is that more experienced runners like Galen, a lot of that is being able to quickly react to your mistakes and have nice backups for it, and being able to sort of more fluidly chain your movements together.
Yes.
Um, we definitely see that from both runners, but you see a couple instances where Lunix maybe takes just a little bit more time to be like, oh, I missed that mock ball, now I need to do these 2 down inputs or whatever. Uh,
Yes.
and I think it's just a thing that comes with time where like you are correcting for your mistakes before a newer runner might even realize that they've made a mistake.
Yes, I completely agree on that. Very often, if you watch like the 41 runners play,
Mhm.
and they mess up a room, they back it up so quickly that you might not even realize that they messed up the room. It's actually like it's pretty crazy how fast they can do the backup and realize they made a mistake and just instantly adjust for that situation. Ooh, Galen taking it a little bit of a fall there, a little bit of a dip in the moat.
Yeah. Not not the health you really want either here for Galen, unfortunately.
Yeah, looking a little dangerous here, but still does have 2 hits from Fantoon at least. Ooh,
Nice
okay.
use wall jump.
Nice. That CWJ backup, very good.
Yeah.
It's funny to say
By the way,
CWJ backup.
shoutouts to Galen's HBJ tutorial. That's how I learned how to do it.
Really? I didn't know Galen had an HBJ tutorial. Did he make the Imgur album?
Uh,
I would assume it was
I
something else.
forget. I think the Imgur album is really good too,
Yeah,
but
okay.
there's a video.
Got you. Yeah, that HBJ trick. It's actually the trick that got me roped into Super Metroid speedrunning. It took me like forever, and I was just like, wow, I got across the mode. I'm so happy. Um, but yeah. It's also the trick that tends to deter people from switching from KPDR to new route.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where elevators.
Doing a few squats before getting down there. Gotta get hyped up for that.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things though, where it's like wrecked ship is the most obviously scary part. Like you take somebody who's played Super Metroid casually, and you mentioned doing wrecked ship with no suits and just one E-tank, and that sounds like the most scary thing. But being able to do wrecked ship is really a sign that maybe you can consider doing new route, since lower Norfair is really the hard part. And Galen needs to be careful here. He can still take one more hit, but he does not want to. Oh, this is a scary pattern.
He's got to get that health. Okay, he's good. He's good at this point.
Yeah, he should be fine for the rest of the fight now.
He absolutely could have died right there if Fantu just decided to like fast reappear in his face and just knocked him out. But yeah, he's got plenty of health at this point. Ooh, Galen going for it. I can respect that. Unfortunately, I think Fantoon still has, maybe one missile left. But yeah, Galen really wanted to get that. I mean, I don't know if you can necessarily call it a 2-round, but essentially he wanted to kill Fantoon in 2 cycles of Dopplers, and not quite getting it. But you know what? I think Fantoon is going to go down right here. It looks like it's going to be a mid. 75% chance. And yeah, Fantoon having one missile left.
It's always one.
Yeah, so Galen getting some pretty good Dopplers, but unfortunately, I think, just missing that one missile isn't able to, get that clean kill and gets the enrage. But that's okay. And
how many supers was that?
That was a lot, a lot more than he needed. That's for sure. Oh, Lunix getting scanned. His reaction says it all right there. This pseudo screw strat, the point of it is to not get hit by the particle from the cactus, but there is like a moment where if you're wall jumping, you will get hit. And unfortunately, that's what happened to him. You could see Lunix's reaction there on the webcam. Surprised that even happened in the first place.
Yeah, Bubble Mountain can really do it to you.
Absolutely. But you know what? Galen did have a little bit of trouble on that Fantoon. Linux had a little bit of trouble on that Bubble Mountain. So, you know, both players probably doing decent pace.
Holy crap, that was one of the fastest wreck ship shaft clips that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was gonna say he that was like definitely optimizing that time there. Galen being very aggressive with these supers. I wonder if he intends on going PKRD. I don't know if it was intentional or a mistake, but when Galen laid that power bomb to do the attic check, by the way, Galen will have to probably farm a few power bombs here. But when Galen was doing that attic strat, he just normally you lay the power bomb and then you shoot a regular missile at that atomic. But I have to imagine it was a mistake, but he shot a super there, and then he just kind of unloads all these supers. So it makes me wonder, given that he has 15 missiles, if he's going to go Kraid second, because you will get that super refill if that's the case.
Yeah, that'll also solve his power bomb issues as well. You would still want to farm the frog in Red Tower down just so you can open tube ahead of time. But you get a minimum free 4 power bombs from getting Kraid tank.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and if not the frog, he'll have to, you know, try to get that drop from those battle crabs along the way down to the red tower. But you know, that's not really guaranteed like the frog is. Although I guess technically the frog, I don't think is guaranteed either. Right. So Linux grabbing that wave beam will be heading back up the red tower and over to Fantoon. Meanwhile, Galen will be heading straight over to, well, we don't really know yet, but we know he's going down the red tower. Oops.
Yeah, it's
Getting
it's
a little...
interesting. PKRD tends to be a very nice safety, given that PRKD, basically what you have in the way of safeties is get 20 missiles. Like you can get Ridley tank, and if you are newer to the route, almost certainly should. But that's a lot of time for you to die still.
Exactly.
LN entrance is no joke.
No, absolutely not. It's, you know, especially if you're on PRKD. LN entrance is probably a situation where very often you'll only have 1 hit or 2 hits or something like that. 1 hit, you know, if you miss that lava spark. Okay, so Galen opting to farm that CAC. That's making me believe that maybe he's not going to be doing the PKRD route, but still not sure yet. We'll have to see. And Lunix not getting that alpha spark. I think falling into that water real quick. But gets that nice deboost. And we'll be heading up the red tower.
One of the, in my opinion, cooler rooms in KPDR. And Lunix, you know, showing with these ledge grabs, you can get real snappy ledge grabs in this room. Nice hero shot.
Yeah, absolutely getting up there just fine.
Yeah, not quite as flashy as the ledge grab strat for Red Tower, but for many runners, it's a million times more consistent.
Absolutely. There is something to be said about doing the hero shot over the down grab. That down grab is pretty tight, and you know, I would say that the hero shot, once you probably get that down, it's going to be much more consistent if that's the case. But
yeah, it is like a couple seconds difference, but for consistency, a lot of runners think that's worth it.
Absolutely. All right.
Well,
yes,
yeah,
Galen
PKRD.
heading over. Yep, PKRD. Pretty wise choice, I would say. In the end, doing Kraid second as opposed to Ridley really doesn't cost you that much time. You still get that really big time save over old route. So I do think this is a wise decision.
Yeah, I would be very curious to see the math on doing the fast Kraid entrance and having to farm those CACs versus just doing the mock ball or something similar and only spending 1 super and skipping that farm.
You know, I was looking into that recently. I guess I didn't compare it to farming the CACs, but I think farming the CACs really quickly only costs you like 1.5 seconds or something like that. But I think if you do the just the slower Kraid entrance, I think I don't think it actually costs you that much time. I think it only might be like a second as well. I could be wrong on that. You know, if you just run angle down shot and then just morph and then you jump the first try. The thing is that can be a little tricky too because it's not.
Yeah.
I feel like generally if you're gonna practice like a really fast strat, you're gonna do you know the 3 missile shot jump, but yeah. So sometimes just standing up against the wall and doing that can be a little hard if it's not a strat that you generally practice. But I think it only costs like a second to be honest.
Interesting. Nice speedball into Fantoon. Hopefully Lunix here has a little bit better of a time with Fantoon. I'm not sure if he goes for X Factor strats, but he does have a power bomb for it.
Yes, doesn't have that expert. I assume he might, but he's gonna do this variation. Oh, missing those particles.
2. That's really rough.
Yeah, you can see the agony on his face a little bit there, but you know, let's see if you can get this.
Still
place.
2 roundable, but it would be a tight Doppler. Yeah,
Yeah.
it drops it after like 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's okay. I kind of, you know, Fantoon is giving.
Pity pass. Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, he didn't Doppler that. It didn't look like.
Oh, did he not shoot a super missile there? I thought he shot a super missile. Okay, I might have read the wrong. I thought Lunix enraged Fantoon there, and I was pretty concerned. But
no, the super would have killed Fantoon. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But he didn't start moving forward before shooting that first missile.
Got you. You know, as you know, odd as that Fantoon ended up doing.
Sick from Galen.
Getting that ice store.
That was sick as hell. Holy crap.
Yes,
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I feel like I've seen that. Maybe it's from Galen's stream that I've actually seen that. But yeah, it's a little. I don't know how important it is to do, but it's definitely cool that Galen was able to open that ice door on the way down. Yeah, something I wanted to say is, you know, although Lunix's Fantoon looked a little sketchy, didn't get that X factor. Normally, that in a lot of cases that can be like really bad for your run. Lunix also getting that nice little clip. He did kind of get hooked up by Fantoon. I think that was like 3 fasts in there or something like that.
Yeah,
so it was like
that was a nutty pattern.
Yeah. Gonna have to inspect Lunix's ROM file after this, making sure that there's no sketchy things going on. But yeah, absolutely getting hooked up by Fantoon's pattern RNG there. So not losing too much time in the end. You can absolutely lose like a ton of years if that Fantoon decides to give you like 15 slows.
Yeah, I think we've all had the runs of the am I the one cheating? The other day, I had Dragon drop 7 supers for me in my low ice run. And then, like an idiot, and I must be the first person in history to do this, I invalidated my run by grabbing Space Jump.
Oh no.
So I had to reset. I had saved right before the Dragon fight. I fought Dragon again. She gave me 8. I didn't know she could drop 8 supers.
That's yeah, Glove, I'm gonna have to inspect your ROM after this as well.
One of the nice parts about Fantoon First, here in Rising Tide, you can freeze that first jumpy guy.
Yep. And nice little D-boost off that seahorse right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bubble Mountain. Oh.
Yeah, Galen playing it very safe there.
Yep. Bubble Mountain a little bit easier, I would say, new route. I mean, that kind of depends on the strat you employ, but you do have that option of just freezing the CAC from down below. You do not have Ice Beam in old route, so, well, if you opt to go for not getting that Ice Beam. So, yeah, being able to freeze that CAC and take care of it takes care of a decent chunk of RNG of the cactus just knocking you down, but, yep. Galen going over and picking up the necessary equipment that he needs, and we'll be heading towards LN.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see how much he decides to farm on the way out of speed. In a race setting, I wouldn't be surprised to see him farm to full supers here.
Yes. That's it's always interesting to know how many times someone will farm here. Okay, just going. Gets the 8 supers, happy with that, and we'll be heading over. Meanwhile, Lunix having great resources, honestly. This is like the most health I've seen in my entire life coming out of wreck ship going over to Meridia. Oh.
That was an interesting deboost.
You know that if that Hellway strat on the reverse, if I miss one of the deboosts, I just walk the rest of the way because it's so risky.
Yeah, I never go for the second deboost, right to left Hellway.
Yes.
I
you know,
hate bile plumes.
you know, and even if you opt to do it, it's just like, you know, you get out of rhythm, and it's just like you're guaranteed to fall in there if you're if if you're like kind of flustered a little bit. Okay, so we're seeing that route divergence very in full effect here with the Meridia for Lunix and the LN for Galen. Oh, I think Lunix got that frame perfect jump basically. Oh, nice.
Is that I don't think that's frame perfect.
I think it can be
right.
frame perfect, and if you have one frame less, then you have to do the little wiggle strat. I believe that's how it is. But I know it changes a little bit based on where you started running from. Okay.
Alright, a little bit of extra time, but Galen does get that chronic boost. With the PKRD route, it almost always makes sense to just go for the gravity jump since you have Varia.
Yes. Yeah, wise decision by Galen, not wasting any time with the inconsistency that is Lava Spark, opting to just get that chronic boost and just going straight for the gravity jump. That'll keep him very, very, very healthy for LN.
Good? Okay. It's interesting. Everybody has their own very slight variations for the D factor setup.
Yep. Absolutely. Getting that X factor swing around and nail Botswood in the face. You know, the worst part is, oh, okay, oh, all right. I'm always a little bit worried when people fall down that sand pit because you can fall all the way down and you lose a lot of time if that happens.
Yeah, as any RBO runner will tell you, the worst thing that you can do in sand is turn around.
Absolutely, just kind of go through. Oh, nice recovery by Galen right there. Really showing his veteran expertise. That worst room in the game, he didn't have enough jump height to make it across. Lunix getting that full happy. Wow. Yeah, everyone just showing off some great mechanics and recoveries today. But yeah, Galen getting that nice recovery. Didn't have the jump height to get across the worst room in the game. Realized this and gets a quick wall jump to recover and does it just fine.
And then makes it through the true worst room in the game, Amphitheater.
That's another room where you kind of make a mistake and suddenly pirates are shooting you and you never thought that could happen. Okay, so Galen should be fine. This is normally a dangerous part, but I've never thought about recovering like that.
Yeah, you can also just jump up around the ceiling and then do the same thing.
Yeah, you know, why have I never thought about that? Anyway, Luke's going, I think, for the 3-spark strat here. Oh, not quite killing. Dragon must have like 2 health left here. Oh, not quite.
Yeah, I would definitely go for the ammo kill here. You could get some really gnarly chain damage like this.
Yes. Oh, I wonder what happened here. Dragon not going down. Oh boy. Okay. I was ready for the race to be over right there.
just a little love tap.
So yeah, the thing is, if the math kind of works out in a way where if you do a 2-spark kill or you do like a Dragon will have enough health where as Samus is exiting Dragon, the kill will occur, and therefore you won't really get much chain damage. Now that being said, when Dragon has low health and you opt to go for a spark, Samus can end up killing Dragon inside of Dragon's body, and then you get chain damage for like 5 million health, and you can just instantly die even if you have 1 million HP. Lunix fortunately not getting in that situation. It did look like Dragon had very little health left, and just got a little boop in the nose and finished that fight.
Yeah. Meanwhile, over on Galen's side, Galen very nicely got, I'm pretty sure, every particle on all 3 X factors.
Yeah, you know, wise decision. If you do run PKRD, the added benefit is if you just go for the conservative grab jump, You do have to menu anyway if you are going for the X Factor strat. So I think Galen absolutely optimizing this route that he doesn't normally run, I believe. So definitely showing his kind of veteran expertise there.
Yeah, and Linux's resources, it shouldn't punish him too much since it is KPDR, but aren't looking great. He had one super there leaving Dragon.
Linux with the Plasma Spark attempt. I wasn't sure if he was going to attempt it, but you could see from that little up press at the very end that he was going for it.
Yeah.
Big respect to him. Okay, so Galen making quick work of that Ridley fight, and is not opting to grab the Ridley E-Tank. Is relatively healthy, but I presume that he's going to be farming the Metal Pirates on the way out to get some of that super refill. Galen, because he's running PKRD, he will have to find a way to get some supers because he's not doing that Kraid fight, which will pretty much max out his supers. So the two common ways is to either kill these Metal Pirates or farm the bugs once you leave LN. Okay.
I wonder if he bailed after he took a hit on one of those pirates.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know if he maybe was based on how fast he bailed. I kind of have the suspicion that maybe he's just planning on getting through LN and farming the bugs, but you know, because he didn't choose to farm the Metal Pirates, his health is actually a little bit dangerous. He could definitely die on the way out if the Key Hunters don't play nice.
Yeah, he can take 3 hits. Nice dodge there in the first. Oh.
Okay, taking that hit.
Key Hunter stairs is rough.
Yeah, not taking that hit is really hard.
Yeah, so he can't take a hit from every Musketeer, but he can take 2 hits, which is almost always going to be enough, especially for someone like Galen to be able to make it through.
You know, and it is normally these units aren't very dangerous, but if he gets under that 100 HP mark, he will definitely be in trouble here. But looks like he's getting through this room just fine. Oh yeah, he might not even take a hit here.
Nice.
Oh yeah. All right, there we go. Galen showing 3 Musketeers to his boss and getting through with it hitless. Ooh, will Galen get this ball boost? Oh, looks like he might be getting it. Oh, nice. That is a hard trick. That's like a very, very big test of fundamental skills. You have to be very quick there. Okay, and here we have Linux picking up that ice. Okay, here we go. So Galen is farming these bugs. We'll have to get the adequate amount of supers to complete the Meridia. I'm not sure what he's gonna farm up to. Okay, I think that's fine, but
oh, kind of sad to see those drops go. I think what you want at least 7.
Yeah, because you have to super that one door heading into Meridia. I think you need 6 for Batoon.
Yeah.
You know,
Batoon will always drop 0 supers.
yeah, so you want as many as you can get.
Yeah. Nice super drop there from the Nova, or Sova, or Fire Gamer.
Super fast firebug thing. But yeah, Galen's resources now looking pretty good, and Linux with that southern route in KPDR. We'll be heading over to LN. Getting a little freeze frame there, but yeah, we have Galen heading over to the Batoon fight. So, oh, missing that little fish right there. Does not get that jump, but we'll get that recovery. And we will see if, you know, Galen can execute Meridia just fine, because honestly, real tough segment, chock full of a bunch of tough tricks. I think Linux was able to get that full halfie, got that quick Batoon kill, and, you know, had a little bit of trouble with Dragon, but was able to recover. Things can go bad real quick if you aren't ready.
I'll be really curious to see here. Galen has health where leaving Batoon, he can potentially skip the tank if he wants.
Yeah.
3-tank Dragon can definitely be scary, especially in a race setting. So nobody would blame you for picking up a 4th tank.
Yes, I would presume there's a good chance he does it. I want to say Galen probably has the lead right now.
Nice Batoon. 4 supers? Are you
Oh my
kidding me?
gosh. Okay. Well, everyone's Rob is getting inspected tonight. Oh,
Have
okay.
I
Everyone.
been living in an alternate dimension where the drop tables for this game are slightly different?
All right. So taking care of that little worm right there, and let's see if Galen can get this. Oh, that sandpit really has it out for Galen today. Let's see if Galen will go for that full halfie. It didn't look
That
like the
might be fine. He
cleanest.
spent a lot of time on the ground, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little bit of time on the ground, and that grab wasn't the cleanest. So probably if he had the frames to get through there, it was gonna be extremely tight.
Yeah.
But
It's
still
those
goes for
wall
it.
jumps, and even with that ledge grab, if he had jumped immediately, he probably would have been fine. Oh no.
Taking a
This
little
is
bit of stumble there.
yeah. And that's the thing with full halfy too, is not only is it faster, it's also easier once you've actually gotten the full halfy compared to properly executing Coliseum.
Okay, Luna's
Like
taking a. Sorry.
no, I would just say generally optimal full halfy is much easier than optimal Coliseum.
Yes. Okay. Luna's took a little bit of damage, but he should be fine. Oh, opting over Spark Strats. All right, Galen showing that rain dance strategy where you start the X Factor over here and you swing it over into Dragon's belly, and we'll see.
Oh,
That looked
that's
like a pretty
pretty
good
red
hit.
Dragon.
So let's see if Galen gets that 2-round Dragon here. Excellent
Nice.
Dragon fight.
Textbook. You can't ask for a better fight.
Yeah, that's pretty much the best you can get. Not quite getting that spike suit.
Yeah, which is
Okay.
definitely more valuable here in New Route where you're not going to be grabbing that space jump. Instead, Galen opts to pause twice. Some people will just abandon the blue suit. Others will actually go for a bomb jump, which is faster if you're willing to skip the drops.
So Lux is definitely showing some interesting tech actually in the Ridley fight. Not wanting to get hit because his health isn't that high. Um, ooh, looking a little scary right now. Oh no! Ooh,
Oh,
Lunix.
okay.
Okay, Ridley was dead. Just got the bad grab, but yeah, Lunix is showing some pretty interesting tech where he would just kind of hide and crouch in the corner and really couldn't quite grab Samus. I don't think I've seen that myself before, so pretty interesting. Ooh, not having much health getting out of here. We'll see if Linux is just going to go for it or opts to farm a little bit.
Yeah. The Ridley fight is one of those instances though where like every single other boss, we talked about with Galen's fight. Galen's fight was basically perfect. It's about as close to optimal as you can get. You can get about as close as optimal as you can get with a 2-round Phantoon, and of course Kraid. Ridley optimal is basically impossible.
Yes. Um, so Galen's heading over G4, but I'm a little concerned about Lunix's health. Can just shoot these guys down, but okay. Yeah, things can go wrong, in this key hunter room, and I hope he doesn't take the damage that he doesn't want to be taking, but um, just a little bit worried for him here. He should be okay, but we'll see. Nice.
Nice. That
Getting
that
through
was
that key
really well
hunter.
executed. Those plasma shots in midair can be kind of hard to time sometimes.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so Linux I think will be just fine coming out of here. And we have Galen heading over to that G4.
Yeah, pretty solid lead at this point. I don't think there's really anything short of a death that Galen can do to lose this lead.
um, yeah, Galen definitely having a good thing. That's some pretty decent resources going into Turing as well. But Turing can always scam you. You might just get no supers from the Metroids.
Yeah.
All right, so Always
I mean,
something to keep. Sorry.
sorry, no. This is just Galen. If he's watching restream, knows he has enough of a lead that like he could even farm Metroid Room 4 if he's worried about having enough supers.
Yes, absolutely. Um, so definitely Galen has the lead at this point, but it's always important to note that it's not quite exactly the lead that you see on the screen because Lunix does have that plasma shot, so that's going to be something like 40 seconds of a difference. So wherever Linux is right now, fast forward maybe 40 seconds, and that's kind of the difference that Galen and Linux have right now.
Yeah, and you know, I love New Route. It's the thing that made me realize I don't actually hate any percent. But New Route Metroid rooms suck. They're just so boring. Like KPDR Metroid rooms are some of the best. You know, they're not the best. Hundo Metroid rooms are just a sight to behold.
That,
But
you know,
KPDR Metroid rooms are still really nice.
that's always a little scary when the Metroids don't delatch from you from
Yeah.
M1, but looks like he is just fine. Yeah, Galen coming
Oh,
out here with plenty of supers.
he might not even group in this room. Yeah.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay, now
No.
looking a little sketchy. Yeah. You know, I wonder if maybe he should have supered there because if you do opt to not super there, then the missile drops and the health drops do share the same table. And he's kind of looking for health at this point.
Yeah, I was
There
about
you
to say
go.
the same thing. Yeah, he comes out with 442, so effectively 412 after this deboost.
Still plenty more than if you had just gone for the three tank route, but um, yeah, it's something that you still have to worry about sometimes. Mother Ring can absolutely kill you, even if you have five tanks, you get hit by one catch up and it chains you, then who knows what happens in that situation.
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost Galen's feed at a pretty critical moment.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he gets that um, baby skip or that mother brain, but hopefully we can get that feed come back for everyone. Meanwhile, we have Lunix heading over to G4. Um,
Pretty nice resources, especially with that super drop. Nice.
yes, resources looking good. Health looking a little sketchy, but should be okay.
Yeah. KPDR, you get 1,000,000 health in the first room.
Yes, absolutely.
Depending on, I mean, like some people will still do the grouping strat with space jump.
Hmm.
Um, I don't like that strat because I first learned Metroid rooms for RBO where you have screw attack. But it is much safer and much easier to execute.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think Lunix is going to be not far off from his PB here. This has been a really good run for him.
Yes, absolutely. Um,
A couple of hiccups, I think mainly bosses, but all around really nice pace.
yeah, those bosses always can be, quite difficult. Things can go wrong in boss fights.
Yeah,
But
it's interesting. You'll see players, uh, even players. Okay, so it looks like Galen did miss baby skip because his health is higher than it was.
yes, you are
Um,
absolutely correct. Did miss that baby skip. Didn't have any trouble getting into the Mother Brain 2 fight. But yes, maxed out health. Something I'm unsure about is if he was able to take a safety save. Because that could decide a race here potentially.
yeah. But yeah, as I was saying before, it's pretty interesting. You'll see runners, even runners at quite a high level, either be extremely good at the bosses or extremely good at like the really hard rooms, like super room grinders. Like, uh, even somebody as impressive as MGA is someone known for being much better for his godlike room grind times and maybe struggles a little bit with Dragon sometimes.
MGA's room times are it's something to behold.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
see
has
those and
many
get
room world
discouraged.
records.
um, but yeah, Galen on that catch-up phase from Mother Brain has to avoid these, but looks like the pattern is not difficult for him to avoid. The scary thing is always when you get like a random onion ring here or something.
Yeah.
but looks pretty straightforward. Galen will dodge it. Last hurdle is to damage down to under that 400 HP mark. Okay, and yep, definitely. I've lost a few runs where I run into Mother Brain and I take some chain damage and I suddenly get below that 300 health point. But Galen not doing that today.
Nice baby skip from Linux.
Excellent play by Lunix. So definitely at this point, unless something catastrophic happens, Galen probably has this in the bag. But you know, we've seen crazy things in this tournament, so we'll see.
I don't think we've seen anybody take an MB3 death yet.
Not quite yet, no. Up to these final moments of Super Metroid, the most emotional part of this game for a game that doesn't really have much, I guess, many emotional moments, but you know, seeing the dramatic end.
Yeah, and as we are winding down, be sure to go follow both of these runners. Go follow Galen, go follow Linux. I don't think the exclamation point R command is working. But I believe their Twitch names are both the same as what's on screen.
Yep. Should be Galen83 and ilunix1006. Right. Yeah, making short work of Mother Brain 3. Blasting that face with the Hyper Beam.
Yeah. Mother Brain 3, it's actually one of those interesting things. It's sort of like the endgame BT, where a lot of people don't realize there's so much time you can lose here. Like, if you don't practice your MB3 fight and get it really clean, you could be losing seconds that you don't even realize.
Yes, absolutely. We have some information here. Oh, yeah, Lunix's stream coming back. It looks like Lunix was missile sniped on the way to Mother Brain and therefore has to forfeit this run. That it does mean that Lunix was soft locked. So unfortunate that he's not able to complete the run, but Galen looking like he is going to finish this and come away with the victory.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. You hate to see it end with a missile snipe, but you know, Super Metroid, it's a volatile game. You are often not going to see both runners be able to finish.
Absolutely.
As this is the losers bracket, Lunix has ended his tournament run, and it looks like Galen will be going on to face Fat Scott. So that should be a cool match to see.
Absolutely. Right, Galen getting up that escape. I definitely recall in the qualifiers, Galen had a little bit of trouble getting up that escape a few times. Opted not to just stop doing spin jumps and would just jump up there. But yep, awesome. Galen finishing, and that's GG. Get your G's in chat for the first place finisher, Galen, with a official race time GG time of 47 minutes and 14 seconds.
GG. We'll see if we can get either of them in here for an interview.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, but for sure, you know, a lot of great matches in this tournament coming up in the next few days, and definitely try to tune into all of them. There's gonna be on various speed gaming channels, but the bracket is really starting to heat up now. We're getting some really crazy matches. You know, bunch of 43 runners and 42 runners, 41 runners about to play each other, and it's gonna be quite the bloodbath. We'll see.
Absolutely. It's just, I mean, it's so interesting to to have the any percent tournament where you've got everybody. This is the category that nearly every single runner has put the most time into. Everybody knows what the optimal strats are. Everybody's got a strat for every room. So you get some really tough competition.
Yeah, absolutely. There's like such tough competition, and it's crazy how, you know, a lot of these runners that run PBs, the race is always a little bit different because very often, you know, Galen showing massive, you know, like veteran experience here because, you know, in a PB situation, you lose 5 seconds here, you reset. And, you know, like you lose 5 seconds like really early and you're trying to go for like a 41 or something, you'll just reset. And you get to try again. Now in a race setting, you don't get that sort of luxury. So you need to maybe tailor your strats a little bit towards, you know, more towards the consistency side as opposed to, you know, well, I'll fail this like, you know, 50% of the time, but I will save a second if I get this strat down. But, you know, in a race setting, if the downside is losing 5 seconds and you save 1 second, then suddenly you have to start weighing that sort of situation on if it's worth it or not in a race. Galen showing, you know, with the PKRD route, opting to go for like the gravity jump as opposed to just not doing the lava spark at all, maintaining that consistency and not risking death at lower Norfair, showing that he knows what he needs to do to win this race.
Absolutely. There's a reason that so many SM runners, especially a lot of the veterans who were around when racing was a lot more of a thing in the community, just really love tournaments, really love races, as opposed to just countless PB attempts.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, so Galen does not have a microphone, so Galen will not be joining us in the interview. But, you know, we'll see if we can get Lunix in here.
But yeah, congrats to both of our runners. Best of luck to Galen as he continues on in the tournament. Best of luck to Lunix, a player whose name you're going to keep hearing in the future, I really believe. So best of luck as he continues onward with whatever Super Metroid endeavors he decides to go for.
Absolutely. Super excited to see Lunix push this game a little bit further. I know Lunix right now, you know, I think with that PB. Oh, and you know what? Join with us is Lunix. Lunix, how you doing?
Hello, Eddie.
Hi, Lunix. So, yeah, you know, run was looking pretty good, but unfortunately your stream dropped out at the very end. Did you say you got missile sniped? Is that what happened?
I got a missile sniped. Yeah.
Okay. Were you running 20? You were running 2010, right? So did you get two supers eaten, or what happened exactly?
I tried to take the mode missiles, but I missed them, and I just continued.
Wow, so you were 1510 the whole time? I actually didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I was gonna say, because, you know, you lose that one super, you get another try, but you said you got missile sniped. And I was wondering, I thought Ludix was running 2010 this one, but yeah, you missed those moment missiles. You can't go back and get them, so that's unfortunate.
Well, there you have it. High jump missiles are just the better choice.
Yeah, so Lunix, so I got a question. I think your PV right now, it's like a 4804, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And then yeah, we were talking about how, you know, I feel like you're always on PB pace on a regular basis because how long have you been running Super Metroid at this point?
Like a year and
a year or so, on and off. Because I know you also play some other games as well, so you kind of play a mix of games. Is that correct?
Yeah. So play sometimes Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania. I know you play some Zelda 3 randomizers. I know you're very good at, you know, all of these games. But yeah, we're talking about how good like your ledge grabs are, and just your mechanics overall are like pretty strong for someone that has a 48 runner. I feel like, you know, any day you could easily just get like a huge PB if you feel like it.
That's kind of you.
Yep. So the other question I had is, you do a little bit of new route as well too. You do KPDR. You also do some new route. Do you think for the long term you're going to be sticking with KPDR for a while, or are you going to play some, new route as well at some point?
I tried PRKD uh, for how I said it. Some time ago, I got a sub 50 and then go back to KPDR.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Even being able to complete a run is, quite amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so Lunix, I think so after that I think that's it for the tournament. But yeah, I was gonna say, do you have any wait, Glove, do you have any questions?
No, I don't think. I think you were about to ask it. Just, do you have any future plans for Super Metroid after the tournament? You just gonna stick with any percent, or maybe try a different category?
I like 100%.
Okay.
Maybe I
Nice.
try that.
Okay.
Hundo
Okay.
Fundo.
Fundo. Yeah, Hundo's got a lot of great strategies.
Mhm.
So yeah, super exciting. But okay, so yeah, Lunix, yeah, thank you so much for participating in the tournament. Really appreciate it. You got anything to say to your speed gaming fans out there?
Nah, I'm not talkative.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I guess you and I just we're gonna have to play some Terraria tonight or something. Okay. Yeah, Glove, you have any last words for the stream here before we wrap things up?
Thanks for the support.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely, Lunix.
Absolutely. Yeah, be sure to go follow both of these runners. Go follow Galen, go follow Lunix. And if you would be so kind, follow the broadcast team as well. I've been Glove, joined today by Eddie, and from all of us here at Speed Gaming, we will see you next mission.
See you next mission.
See you.